Hi, my name is Elena Jimenez. Welcome to the Online Graduate Research Forum for Spring 2019. I will be your presenter today. I am a graduate student in the Masters of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies program in the Department of Occupational Workforce and Leadership Studies. The title of my practicum is Developing a Mentorship Program for the Youth Advisory Committee. Okay, let's get started. First, allow me a moment to cover today's presentation. First, I will begin by covering the background and location of my practicum. Then I will move into the purpose, practicum objectives, practicum highlights, and the literature highlights. Next, I will review SWOT reflections and my future career plans. Now the background. I completed my practicum experience with the City of Austin within the Austin Public Health Department, specifically under Community Youth Development, which I will refer to as CYD. Under CYD is the Youth Advisory Committee, which majority of my practicum work was spent. The Community Youth Development Program, or CYD, is a state-funded program which provides an array of juvenile delinquency prevention services to support families and enhance the positive development of youth only in the 78744 zip code. Now, under CYD, the Youth Advisory Committee, or YAC, is made up of youth between the ages of 13 and 17 who live or attend school in the 78744 zip code. As a part of YAC, the youth engage in leadership activities every month. However, youth are only allowed membership until they graduate high school. Upon graduation, youth must exit the program. So, youth asked for further opportunities to work with YAC, which leads us to my practicum purpose. For my practicum, I developed a framework for a Youth Advisory Committee mentorship, a program that will continue to engage retired YAC members and encourage leadership development. The purpose of the YAC mentorship is to engage exiting YAC members and promote leadership development. The YAC mentor will have the opportunity to participate in career development while receiving real work experience. Such experience will allow the YAC mentor to explore career interests and improve professional competencies. Now, within my practicum, I focused on three main objectives. First, I was tasked with expanding my cross-cultural global awareness by attending community events within the 78744 to become aware of the culture and values of the people in the community directly served by the CYD program. Some of the activities included establishing demographics of the 78744 zip code, identifying cultural backgrounds of prospective mentors, attending several YAC business meetings and events, and assess values of the YAC members. I especially appreciated working directly with the youth as they were great conductors to the development of my practicum. Another objective I focused on was intellectual development. For this objective, I was tasked with reading HR policies and procedures relevant and develop a mentorship program which followed appropriate guidelines. I completed several activities such as meeting with the City of Austin Human Resources representative, developing a job description for the YAC mentor, creating a framework which included such documents, and presenting my results to members of YAC and recording their feedback. Lastly, my third objective focused on career exploration. For this objective, I attended several professional development and training events, which included a community collaborative conference that took place in Waco. I met with my site supervisor and the CYD program coordinator to review my practicum progress, and also conducted a SWOT analysis of my practicum with the team. Each of these objectives gave me several opportunities to gain experience with developing programs, networking, and how to work among different communities. Now I will discuss some highlights of my practicum. The YAC Mentor, a one-year paid mentorship program. Developing the YAC mentor position has been one of the greatest highlights of my practicum. Not only does this program create opportunities for youth, but I was able to gain the experience in this area and greatly gained a passion for building projects. Based on the feedback from the focus groups, the youth are very eager to apply and very much look forward to the 20-hour salary. Now, one of the other great takeaways from my practicum was the leadership shown by the youth. The YAC mentorship was was made possible because youth spoke up and said they needed a program even after they could no longer stay in YAC as a member. This was very exciting and motivating part of my practicum. And lastly, a sort of unintentional outcome that happened from this practicum was that the framework that was created can be used across departments. So not only is the framework that I developed to be used within CYD, it is being shared among other programs within Austin Public Health that are interested in developing a similar program. An important piece of literature that I want to focus on, which engaged my intellectual development, is called Alternatives to School to Prison Pipeline: The Role of Educational Leaders in Developing a College-Going Culture. This was written by Eugene Fujimoto, Yvonne Garcia, Naomi Medina, and Eduardo Perez. So as you learned earlier, CYD is a program that focuses on preventing juvenile delinquency. A common reference is School to Prison Pipeline. This journal article discusses in length about the disadvantages students of color specifically experience when addressing the school to prison pipeline. However, this is an unfortunate reality for many of these students. So what can we do as leaders to break the cycle? In the article, the authors argue that developing a college-going culture can help prevent students following the school to prison pipeline. As someone who was working directly in a program that focused on such prevention, I felt it was necessary to understand the background and the importance of creating opportunities such as the YAC Mentorship. So the authors suggest taking an alternative approach, which then inspired the framework of the YAC Mentorship. While YAC does focus on college and career objectives within their own program, I saw this opportunity as an alternate approach that CYD had not yet taken. By creating the YAC Mentorship, we can further engage youth and further prevent juvenile delinquency. We can continue to ensure that these youth will become successful adults and reduce the risk of entering prison. Now I want to shift a little bit, shift our focus and talk about my experience with this practicum and tell you what I've learned about myself so far. First, I can proudly say that one of my strengths from this experience was creating the framework for the mentorship program. This is something I've not had the chance to do before, and I feel much more confident with that task. Overall, the end product I think was very helpful, and I feel that I gained very valuable experience in this area. As for a weakness, I will say that I still feel like I have a lot of experience to gain to ensure that I further my professional goals. However, I feel this was a great step in that direction. In regards to opportunities, I feel I've developed a strong passion for connecting youth with workforce development opportunities that I did not originally realize I had. My hope is to build upon this experience and look for career opportunities that align specifically with this passion. Lastly, I feel that a potential threat to what I've learned about myself so far is that if I don't have the proper tools to work with people from different communities, I may not be able to create the impact I hope for. So specifically relating to my practicum, I feel that I had to have developed my skills quickly to work better with the youth of YAC. So my lack of skill set could have negatively impacted how the youth responded to me, and I can see this as a threat to the success of the program. I think this is an important concept to learn moving forward to ensure that I better prepare myself and build these skill sets. Just reflecting back, I can positively say that working with a great set of people and youth helped contribute to my positive practicum experience, and that I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity. I feel I learned a lot about myself and what I'm capable of developing. I feel this practicum allowed me the chance to really showcase my abilities and created career opportunities for me. As I mentioned, my goal is to work with youth and connect them to workforce and leadership development opportunities. My overall hope is that I'll have the chance to work with the City of Austin and grow professionally within the city. Now, as we come to a close, Questions and comments on the YouTube page below. Please indicate your anonymous preference for this practicum by clicking on one of these two icons. Also, please post your comments or questions in the YouTube comment section below. I will respond to your inquiries posted between April 1st and April 14th through this web page. Thank you so much for watching my video presentation here on the YouTube Owls channel. Thanks.